And we're back on. This one's for non-Ratatoskr rework. This is the rest of the discussion
they really
for
shouldn't have
gods.
put Ratatoskr there. That kind of throws it off because it's usually in alphabetical order.
Yeah, but I mean it's the headlining thing, so
Yeah.
I get it. So the Acorn Blast itself then gets a okay. So you get a damage increase per Acorn, by 10 at level 1, and up to 30 at max rank. And if you talk about Thistlethorn, 5 acorns and hitting. No, never mind. Okay, here's where it makes more sense. Increased power scaling by 10%, which is okay. Enemies hit by multiple acorns take 25% less damage on each acorn, down to a minimum of 25% damage. So, okay, that ends up being a lot more balanced, I guess, for Thistlethorn's potential.
Like I said, that's the only balanced one. The rest are just retardedly overpowered.
These changes overall should result in Ratatoskr dealing similar damage when hitting all 3 acorns. Added a note that enemies need to be hit by 3 acorns to be stunned rather than all. It is intended for Thistlethorn empowered Acorn Blast to stun if only 3 acorns hit. Who joined?
Wolf.
I joined.
It's the Golf. We're recording for a YouTube-y whatever discussion on the patch notes. So if you can stay if you'd like to join in. We're not playing. And we're on the gods, where we went through all the general changes and items, so we're on the god balance.
I think I'll pass. You guys have fun.
All right. Peace out.
Look at you acting hip.
Ao Kwong.
You boomer.
Increase slow unranged attack from 20% to 30%. And the Wild Storm decrease cooldown from 9 to 7. That's a revert, right? That's a... Oh, reverting these 2 nerfs. Okay. Pushed them down too far. Oh, yay. See more Ao Kwong again. Hooray. Anybody want to talk more about that stupid god? No?
No,
Okay.
I want to get to the next one so I can vent.
Okay, Apollo. Serenade, increase physical protections by 5 per rank, and mesmerize duration at lower ranks. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why does a hunter need protections in a dash? No, and Serenade, sorry. On top of a CC that's almost as long as Kumbhakarna, who's a guardian. I'm just curious.
Good question.
Why does a hunter need that?
Deviate.
A hunter.
You're on.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
35 protections.
I mean, it was 30 before.
In a lot of ways, he's less appealing than some of the other hunters, especially the meta hunters.
I understand that.
But, I feel like
But why don't they give him something to make him more appealing instead of something that's that ridiculous on a hunter?
Well,
give him a steroid.
I guess the idea of it was because, you're going to be boxing another physical hunter, so you want to get some physical protections to deal with the physical hunter.
Why does that make him any different than any other hunter who's also going to be boxing another physical hunter, though? That's what I'm saying.
Because when he gets by the enemy jungle, he has different ways to heal for himself if you have a frontline heavy support.
Yeah, that too. Like that's used in case you get ganked, because if you get ganked, you might as well just use your dash that also knocks up. So
a lot of it to me centers around his ult, given that when he needs to ult. It doesn't provide any immediate damage like a lot of the other hunters do. And it's really for escape in that type of situation, and he's quite exposed for a couple seconds until he catches his ride. So,
What does that have to do with the ability that I'm ranting about, though?
well, see, the thing is, keep in mind these are they're good shifts for him, but they're not like crazy shifts. Okay, he's always had these, so then why isn't he more popular if these make him so OP?
I'm not saying it's OP. I'm saying it's unnecessary, and they could just give him something different in that ability that makes him more appealing and more viable.
I think he is pretty viable.
I don't know.
You're telling
I
me
think
he's
this
less
is okay.
appealing than other hunters, and now you're telling me he's viable.
No, I think he's less appealing than other hunters in certain ways, especially with regard to his ult in an immediate situation. And it's not like he's been majorly in the meta. I think this gives him a different perspective in terms of compared to a lot of the other hunters. It just
Pink
changes. I don't know. I don't see this as being a huge issue. And they increase the scaling on his ult when
I just don't like Apollo.
Yeah. I don't like to play him, but
I don't like playing him. I don't like playing against him.
yeah,
All right.
he's blah. Artio. Energy surge. Increased druid damage. And the heal range increased. Okay, so now you're
Interesting.
outside of basic attack range for... Oh, okay. And the damage is a 10 base damage. So, okay. Heavy charge, increase the slow. Oh my...
Oh my
Well,
god.
okay.
20% at rank 1?
Wait,
Oh, God.
what? Hold
Oh,
on.
God.
Top end's still the same.
Dude.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Nobody's going to be walking anywhere against Artio.
How long does that last?
You want me to look it up?
No,
I
I'm
would
looking at it.
probably say
now.
like 3 seconds. I think it's typically how long a slow lasts.
Well, that's just the dash. I don't like if they like increase
2
like,
seconds.
the route,
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
That's
Like,
not that much.
Like yeah,
Uh,
and
Yeah, but
honestly,
this is rank 1 we're talking about, where people rarely have boots.
yeah,
20%.
but you're not going to be using your bear charge like that early.
In solo, you would.
Solo, especially with the shield changes and the decrease in sustain, Artio becomes quite a bit stronger, especially with that heal range and the damage and that slow. And at level 3, she becomes a real big pain.
That's crazy, man.
Baba, Baby Yaga,
Yes,
the
baby.
baby.
Yaga.
The brew increased damage because at base level, okay, and
It
the
did
ult.
nothing. Increase shields because it did nothing. You know,
Can't argue with those, I don't think.
you know what? I was pretty disappointed when Baba was fucking weak early on, but now they're actually doing something with her, and I'm kind of happy.
Huh.
It's a bit of an improvement, not a big one, but it's an improvement nonetheless.
I don't know. I think her damage sometimes, talking about the brew and her one, sort of surprises me sometimes. I don't know. Baka, eat minion. Increase scaling on the self-heal. Increase protections. Increase protections at top end to help him be a stronger late game carry. But it is pretty situational because you have to be around minions. So
Yeah.
it's less functional in a team fight,
Like-
especially based around. I don't know.
I can see him really like utilizing
can
this and duel a lot.
He can eat his ult minions though, Brent.
Yeah, he can eat his
crap,
own minions
I forgot about
too.
that. I
So
forgot about
yeah,
that.
don't.
Yeah, when he does that though, it cuts out from his time in his ult to deal damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
Baron. Vivid
Oh,
Gaze
boy.
increased base damage by 10 at all ranks. And Wrap It
What?
Up increased scaling 10. So at level 1, 80 goes to 90. At level rank 5, it goes from 240 to 250. So it's a minor increase in the damage. Increased scaling on Wrap It Up from 5% to 8%.
Scaling for what? Because it just says scaling, and I don't know what the scaling's for. Like scaling for the slow, scaling for the what? What does that mean?
Hang on.
It says 25 to 40. So
Wrap It Up. Damage per tick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
dude, why are they buffing him?
I don't think he's been quite as popular lately, and he continues not to be all that effective
he's not-
mid lane.
Yeah, he's not effective mid laner. He's not really effective solo lane anymore. So he's just kind of dead in the water.
But I mean,
Yeah.
so it's interesting, and helps him a little bit. But if you're talking about like he's being played in support or something like that, that scaling doesn't do all that much. The Bracken now deals an initial tick of damage immediately upon casting Tremors.
Well, I guess that's a good quality of life change. Moving on.
Okay.
That did literally nothing.
Yeah. Serb, paralyzing spit, decreased cooldown.
Okay.
That's
it.
That's a pretty nice
So they
buff.
just decreased the cooldown on both these from 16 to 14. So so that's like his projectile, and then the second one is his leap.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I don't really think he needed a buff either.
At this point, they're just being silly.
Chiron.
Oh my god.
Who?
They're buffing?
They buffed the earlier levels of training exercise. That is a significant early buff. And then Masterful Shot scaling increases by 10%. So that's nice for him.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's great
Lulu.
for him. I don't think he needed a buff either.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the other change. Here's the other change for Cthulhu, other than the 7.6 bonus. And he can no longer use relics on his ultimate, which is
Okay.
which is nice because
it's a damn shame.
Freaking,
it's useless now.
You freaking ultimate, and then you pop like heavenly,
Oh,
and then
no,
you just can't get away from him.
Oh no. The best one I've done is I was Cthulhu solo against Aphrodite. I had like pestilence and shit like that, and I went into my ultimate, and Aphrodite tried to like do her healing and shit. I was like, nope, I just use Curse Dunk, and she can't get away, and she can't heal any of the damage I put onto her, and I kill her. I had a pretty fun time.
Huh.
Screw you, Prism! Aphrodite does have a weakness.
Oh, look at this! The next two, Cupid Medusa, buffs for both of them. My two main hunters. All right.
Oh, my favorite.
Again.
Shut up. Heart Bomb. Additional 50% damage from the explosion and from the initial hit for minions specifically, which means that his early game gets a lot nicer. That's
a bit
good.
better.
That's good. No, that's a good increase. That's a good increase. Medusa Viper Shot now has 4 charges at all ranks and increased scaling. It's minor increased scaling, but that's nice. because she's never been that meta. I mean, in all honesty, she probably didn't need to be changed at all, and it's questionable in terms of how they've changed all the items, what that does for her in comparison to other hunters. But she's always been considered the sort of the epitome of balance, right?
So she's
No.
like,
So now they're going to actually buff her.
so
that they
she's
can-
like, so she's like the Agni of
Yeah.
hunters.
Yeah,
Like she's
exactly. So now they're going to buff her so that they can nerf her later. That's great. Increased scaling on acid spray from 70 to 80% and range from 40 to 45, which is actually really nice because
Acid spray already had a long range too.
yeah, that ability already has a long fucking range as it does. Like,
well, it's
why?
not basic. It's not basic attack range. So at which point, it's nice.
Yeah, but it's pretty safe wave clear.
It is
Because
pretty
it
safe.
spreads
There.
after the long range. It spreads even further. So like
Don't
you just hit the first
think they're
minion and it hits the
increasing
whole
the
wave.
range of the cone. I think they're increasing the range of the straight line projectile.
Yeah. It's a straight line projectile. Wait. Is it? No, the straight projectile is basic attack range. So that's the spray, maybe. No.
I don't know. Are you sure?
I'm not sure. I should know. I should know this. I use this all the freaking time. I don't know. Either way, it's very nice for me. And
Yeah, fuck
increase the
you.
lacerate root duration to a full second. This is really nice. Okay, so this is a significant change to her standing in the tier. In my opinion, it bumps her up one, at least. I think so. I don't know. It's nice. It's nothing like incredibly crazy. Viper shot early, level 3. Having 4 charges is actually pretty nice. Mulan, the grapple. Increase the training speed so that you get grapple online at different ranks more quickly.
Okay.
And
I played
increase
Mulan
the
a lot.
protections.
So, okay, hold on. I played Mulan a lot, and I think getting grapple online pretty quickly, it was already fast as it was. I don't see why they need to make it faster, but
So
whatever.
that you have an escape.
I mean, yeah, you can use it as escape, but I feel like
Most people use that as an engage.
yeah, like most people have been using it as an engage. Like I barely, hell, I myself barely use it as an escape, but.
No, I mean you can't use it as an escape until you have it leveled up. So they're giving you an escape earlier.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I feel like that was like one of the things you had to work for, like the rest of the abilities. Like, oh, you want more sustain, you got to work for it.
You gotta work, bitch.
Let's get down to business. Fine, I did my obligatory Disney Mulan reference. You happy now?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Neath, backflip, sped up, so backflip happens
this.
more quickly, which is very nice
Great.
for her.
It wasn't like she already gets immunity frames the second she takes a toe off the ground.
Broken weave.
Way too slow, though.
All enemies now see Neath's base skin weave models, even if Neath has a skin. Oh, I didn't know that was the thing. I didn't know that was the thing.
Okay.
Unravel.
What?
Unravel. Okay.
Actually, I like that change.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't notice.
Ooh.
Decrease
probably why
attack
you got-
speed debuff to now be
Oh,
scaling,
Oh, thank God.
which is nicer earlier game against her. This ability now steals attack speed from enemy gods only, decreasing her attack speed and buffing Neath by the same amount.
Oh,
Just buff
no.
debuff duration. Hitting multiple
Oh.
gods will debuff them all, but only apply 1 stack of the buff to Neath.
Oh, no. Oh. I don't like that. I don't like that. Just
So,
nerf Neith. Just get her out of my
it's
face.
it's really
Please.
interesting now that she steals attack speed.
Why? What? Who? Out of all the characters,
I mean, I don't like her. I don't like playing her, but I mean,
I don't like playing her. I don't like playing against her. I just don't like her in general. But now, like, okay, so why does she get increased attack speed? I thought like Neith's gimmick was that she's basically a physical mage. That's basically her gimmick. That she's just a physical mage. Why are they giving her increase in attack speed?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, gives
She
her
can be a
more. Yeah, I mean, it gives her more hybrid potential.
But literally, no one plays her hybrid or crit or just any attacks, like any auto attack build in general. It's always straight ability.
And can consider the change to fail not, adding the pen, and building things like Crusher. That's all she needs. Change from warrior to ninja, maybe, and you got a decent amount of attack speed follow up. I don't know, whatever. Slice and dice for Nemesis, increase the base damage.
Small change.
Small
Okay.
change, but significant for her for early game for her clear, because you consider that she does, I think, double damage to the center of that attack. So it's actually a 20 damage change for the center, which is actually pretty big.
Huh.
Oleron. Overflowing Divinity, increased damage 20 at all 20 at all ranks. That's a 50% increase at rank 1. It's pretty significant. Increase the damage decrease per shot from 20% to 30%. Okay. Immediate punch while doing similar damage over a full channel if you end up staying in it.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Set.
Oh boy. How'd they
Set.
screw over my boy this time?
Relentless, increased duration from 5 to 6 seconds.
All right, that's
Skewer,
good.
increased damage a lot.
Oh my
So,
god, dude!
oh my god.
Look at the what?
Oh my goodness. Set Solo coming
Spawns
back.
now
boys.
deal
What?
percentage of the skewered damage.
Set Solo coming back, boys.
God.
Oh my god,
Hold
man!
on. Hold on. Just to rub salt in
Look
the
at
wound.
look at the spawns now.
Yeah, the spawns now finally deal damage. Thank goodness. My children.
Wait.
They can finally
wait.
do something.
Alphabetical order. There he is.
In case you were curious, I'm resident sleepering right now.
No idea what that means, but okay.
You don't know what resident sleeper is?
I didn't hear what you said. I don't know. I don't know.
You say Brand's a boomer. Jesus.
Hey.
I'm just a zoomer. What do you want from me?
All right.
So
we're close. 3 gods left. 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gods. Sun Wukong.
Yes!
Increase percent HP, whereas passive triggers from 40 to 50%, and increase the duration of his passive self buff if he heals above 50% from 10 to 12 seconds. Okay. And 72 transformations increase the tiger stun, so that the base stun at all earlier ranks are the same as the end rank.
1.4 set. Oh my god,
That's pretty big.
this is a really This is a really good change, I'll tell you that. Wukong coming back, boys. Oh, I'm happy about this one.
Sylvanas Wisps increased the damage per tick. Wrath of Terra increased.
Oh boy, the whips, the little wisps, they heal now. That's good to know.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
Their healing was so insignificant. I would barely notice.
What? His wisps are functional heals, but there's no change to the heal. This is just as increased damage if you capture the enemies in the AoE.
All right, well, okay, fine. Now can actually do something other than heal.
It went from 150 at max rank to 190. It's not really that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
And then the Wrath. That's a little...
Lackluster. Like, ooh.
Toth. Hieroglyphic Assault. Okay. This damage increase will affect all enemies, not just Increased scaling damage from 20 to 25%. Added fall-off damage past 55 range. Reducing damage.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, hold on. What the fuck
What's
is this?
the point then?
Okay.
What?
Well, so the reason why they're increasing his damage to all enemies, not just gods, was because he was falling off in the mid lane. But you're gonna create fall off damage when when his main thing is about staying in the back lines, dealing damage from afar. You are making it pointless now. Congratulations, you played yourself. You're a use a fool's in a man's clothing.
I think I kind of agree there. You're losing 25% damage if you're past 55 range, which is like what? The range of a normal
basic attack?
Any other like a basic attack range. Basically like any other ability on any other mage. Thaw's whole thing was long distance, and now they're reducing his damage by 25% when you're throwing abilities from long distance.
Okay, so help me understand this. When you shoot through the what is that stupid thing called? I just don't play
Hieroglyph
much.
The glyph of pain.
Oops. Glyph of pain. So it gets a range increase of 30. Okay. So what we're saying here is that we're not talking about 55 range after he hits the glyph. It's just 55 range from him, no matter what. So it basically it reduces, because that range is so stupid. When you think about it, it gives you.
I don't know how it's any different from like Agni bombs.
It says an additional range of 30. So you're talking 85 range, which is extremely frustrating because you're so far out of normal attack range. The poke at that point is just fairly stupid. So it decreases the frustration of playing against him and not being able to get anywhere near him. Like, you can be hiding under your tower and you're still liable to get hit. Right? That is fairly stupid. So at least with that, you're reducing the damage. You still keep in mind that within normal range, he is going to deal decent damage, and they increase the scaling a little bit, which is, okay, not huge. It affects the damage increase affects all enemies, so it helps with his clear in early game. And you're going to have to play him a little more aggressively if you want to deal a little bit more damage, which is okay to me.
The only appeal to him was using long range, in my opinion.
I think
I don't know.
His laning phase is stronger now, but his late game.
There are plenty of gods who have strong laning phases, though. Like, you're taking away his long distance. I don't know why you would play him over any other god, like any other mage with decent distance.
Well, most mages don't have crazy distance like this. It's a lot. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a lot, but like, even like if he was able to deal like the full damage at full range, he's still not as competitively viable as any other like mage in the meta right now. So riddle me that, Batman.
What did Stuke just say? Did he say anything? Emir.
Yeah, fuck you.
Emir. Frostbite.
Wait, so that affects jungle
6
too, I guess? That's kind of cool.
6 seconds. Okay.
So the duration of that damage increase that he has for his basics increases from 4 seconds to 6 seconds, and increase the damage reduction from 10 seconds to 15. So
Now-
another nice buff to Emir.
Dude, Ymir's gonna be OP here.
Yeah, I know. Dude, they keep buffing him.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's one of the old school boys. He needs some love.
Yeah.
He does so much damage, dude.
Oh, he does a ridiculous amount. Man, you should have been there like back in the day when like all the items like weren't split up into physical and magical damage. Crit Ymir was scary as fuck. Just imagine he comes out of the jungle, freezes you, and he just smacks you with a basic attack, and you're dead. If that crits, ooh, you're a goner. You ain't coming back, kiddo. You're done.
So much damage.
I don't know. I've started to play him a lot more lately. I've rekindled my my love. I never officially really loved him, but he's actually been really fun to play lately.
A lot of people don't play him that much, so like most people probably don't understand the frustration of playing against a really good Ymir.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I don't know. What do you think of the patch as a whole?
Overall, I think overall I like the patch for the most part. I think there are more good changes than bad here.
I agree. I think it's kind of hard to predict the new like meta builds
Yeah,
for like
there-
hunters and solos.
There's a lot
so-
that's like you have to wait and see how it plays out when it's like actually put in action rather than just like reading it off the patch notes.
Yeah. I think rat changes are gonna be like
That seems stupid.
Crazy.
It seems absolutely
dude,
stupid.
stupid.
You've got PTS. I would say we can anticipate that it'll be nerfed to extent.
I freaking hope so, man.
Which one?
Ratatoskr rework for the acorns.
Rat boots.
Oh, definitely. The
acorns,
rat.
I mean,
Yeah, the rat's gonna get nerfed pretty hard. Like I do not doubt that. Or if they don't nerf him, which would be
like,
really real big shocker.
man, 7% on every ability with no cooldown.
I also think this is good. Was a good patch for conquest and like the higher skilled. I guess I don't know what to call it, but the higher ranked levels because a lot of the objectives now apply like crazy debuffs
Yeah.
to you, and if you're not
definitely
aware
gonna-
of what's going on there, you can get blown up quick.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna separate like the skill gap between people who know what's going on and people who don't.
Yeah, objective play is gonna have to tighten up in the jungle. Like,
100%. Teams are gonna have to have way better communication.
yeah,
Like who's tanking.
So far, this patch it's a very mixed bag of like you got some really cool stuff coming up. Got some really. I'm pretty excited for the Ares remodel. That one, it looks sick as fuck. But
The least impactful change of the whole patch. Okay, great.
it's the greatest thing that's happened so far. But other than that, just everything else, like it's very mixed. I like some stuff seems like it's like all right, that's a pretty reasonable change.
Okay,
Other
what's
ones it's
what's
like
new?
why?
What's new?
I just like how Brand's
Well,
like,
let's
how do you
see.
feel about the patch as a whole? Stuke's like that Ares skin though.
Oh yeah,
My nuts quaked the first time I saw it.
that's great. Thanks, Stuke. I'm gonna
Yeah,
cut this
no-
off. I'm gonna cut this video off. This is gonna be so long.
All right,
No one's gonna listen to it.
like,
Whatever.
comment, and
We can
subscribe.
we had fun. So
Post
Anyway.
on Smite Fire.
anyway,
I'm not even at home, so I'm gonna like drive home here soon. I might hop
jeez.
on Smite here.
all right. I'll thanks guys. That was fun. Good chat.
All right, thanks for the
All
invite.
right.